Bob Stephens, this is your life. And, boy, you have lived quite a life.
Yes, I have.
The one thing that really jumped out at me is you were a discotheque owner.
Yes, I was.
How many years?
That was from 1971, I think, to 73.
And just
Or 73 to 75.
for your grandchildren who will listen to this, can you give them an idea of just how hot disco music and discotheques were?
Disco was hot, okay? And you hear about drugs, sex, and rock and roll. That's what it was in the 70s. We had a bar that we put 400 people in it on a Monday night because it was ladies' night, 50-cent cocktails.
Oh, my gosh.
Think about that.
And did you have, did you bring in bands or did you just play music?
Disco. We had discotheque Monday. Wednesday night was gong shows. Thursday, live music. Friday, disco. And Saturday, disco.
So if you did 400 on a Monday for ladies' night, what would you do on a Friday and Saturday?
That was 400 people. That's all we could get in a place. That
Okay.
was maxed out.
Were your Fridays and Saturdays pretty crowded too?
Oh, yeah. We was crazy. But Monday nights was a dead night for everybody, you know.
I can't
bars.
picture 400 people on a Monday night going to a bar. That's wild.
Yes.
No, why only 2 years doing that?
Moved on went to a different bar. I got closed down because of the city because I was too busy. The city has just changed their rules about that. They just changed the rules just last year, I think, that the first floor tenants can close you down. Now they just changed that so you can't get shut down on business.
Back then, the people that lived around you could
First
take a
floor.
boat and actually shut you down. And
That's correct.
why he got too busy, too many cars, too popular, and the neighborhood, shut him down.
I moved out to the county.
Okay. What about in terms of running the day-to-day operations? You're a businessman. You got to order the liquor. You got to bring in the bands and stuff like that. But you also had to be kind of a bouncer too, and make sure the shenanigans weren't happening.
We had people.
And I bet you got some stories too.
Yeah, oh yeah,
Tell him about the motorcycle coming in and the guy shooting himself in the footer.
We had a guy named Big Al, motorcycle guy, big guy, man, he's 6'8", and we had to have a bouncer and check for guns. This crazy days. And
so you had a 6'8" bouncer.
No, we had a 6'8" customer.
Okay.
That came in walking with a gun. He had a little 25 in his pocket. He forgot he had it, and he went like this and shot himself in the leg.
Accidentally. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
But stuff like that.
Best disco song ever. I think I'm going Disco Inferno.
Yes.
That was really strong, and it lasted for like 12 minutes too.
That's correct.
Yeah.
We had a ball up there, and.
Oh gosh.
Oh yeah.
It's like a movie, like a Saturday Night.
Oh yeah.
Style, Dad.
Saturday Night Live. Yeah.
What kind of hair did you have?
Huh?
Yeah. What'd you have hair-wise?
I had fro.
You got a perm?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I had a fro. I weighed 152 pounds.
Wow. And I guess you weren't married at the time. You probably met some interesting girls.
No. I actually met his mom, and.
When did you get out of the military first?
I was 74. I was in the reserves for 6 years.
Yeah. When did you get out though? What year? Because you only
August 74.
Okay.
74. So you came out of the military and you went straight into the disco to the bar owner.
No.
Bar was before, right?
I was only in reserves for 9 months. I had 6 years of duty at home.
Gotcha. All right, let's do kind of a begin. I thought that was the coolest thing when I looked at your resume. Wow, discotheque, that's wild.
It was
all right,
wild.
but let's go back. So Catholic grade school, St. John's. You were probably taught by some nuns and maybe slapped on the wrist.
Yeah, beat you.
Beat you to death.
Yes.
And how did you enjoy that experience?
It was like the military. It was an experience. You learned.
Yeah. Do you think we probably need a little bit more of that nowadays?
Yes, I think so.
Yeah.
I think we have less problems, personally.
So you grew up a Catholic?
Yes.
Okay. Then next stop was O'Fallon Tech.
Trade school.
Oh, trade school.
As a trade school. O'Fallon Tech was a trade school. It was on Northrop and Kings Highway. Across the street from the old Central Hardware.
Yeah. Okay. So, wait a minute. This school, it's not like a typical high school, strictly a trade school. And what did you learn at this trade school?
Electric. Okay.
Yeah. Whose idea was that?
Mine.
Were you naturally inclined?
Yes,
Is that,
yes.
Like, when did you know I got a gift? Like somebody like me who's like special
Me and my
needs.
dad, we worked on everything.
Like, what could you do at a young age? You could.
Motorcycles, lawnmowers. Just,
You could like fix a lawnmower.
What did you drive? What would you fix up to go drive to school that your parents got pissed off
I
about?
drove a motorcycle. I drove in the wintertime.
How old were you?
I was 16. I was 15 and a half because,
Did you wear a helmet?
oh, yeah, you had to.
Okay.
You could drive a motorcycle when you're 15 and a half in the state of Missouri. Can't get a license, but you can drive on a permit. So I drove my motorcycle to school. I lived in South City. I even went with the snow. My mom and dad got mad at me, so they went and bought me a 63 Chevy 2.
Chevy 2?
Chevy 2.
I've never even heard of it.
It's a Nova.
Oh, no,
Chevy,
yeah. A little
63
bit of power,
Chevy.
didn't it?
No, a little 6-cylinder automatic.
Okay.
And my dad gave me the keys to stop driving a motorcycle. Your payments are $39.39 a month.
$39.39?
A month.
You could cover that, huh?
Bill James Chevrolet, yeah.
Wow.
If you don't remember Bill James up on
I do, yeah.
Grand Avenue.
Yeah. So you go O'Fallon Tech. Then the next move, you get out of there when you're 17, 18?
Service.
For how long?
Everybody's getting drafted or you join reserves.
You joined the reserves?
Right. So I joined it in I think I was 18, August.
Yeah.
So 68. I mean, he
Yeah.
was born 1952. Let's just throw
Yeah,
that out
this is
there. So you did
1968.
get-
Yeah.
The decades got great for you. As far
Yeah.
as-
So in 1968, that's the height of Vietnam and protesters. What was that experience like?
It was. Well, see, we were in reserves. We were supposed to be sent. It's a long time for me to remember all this. But we were supposed to get activated to go, and then the Tet offense. I can't remember the details, but it got stopped.
You didn't have to go to
I didn't
Vietnam.
have to go. No.
Yeah. And so then your commitment to the reserves
Still-
ended.
No, I was still till August of '74.
What did you do?
I went to meetings every month. Reserves.
Yeah. How about service to your country? You're probably pretty proud of that, right?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
I had a lot of my friends die.
You you had high school,
God,
grade school friends that served.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
How about some of them that came back that were maybe mangled
Screwed
too?
up.
Yeah.
Yeah. And one thing I can say about the veterans today is that some of the Vietnam vets, I have some friends of mine that were idiots. Too many drugs. They never could get off it. They did a lot of dope in Vietnam.
You mean after they came
Yeah,
back
after they
because of
came back.
dealing with the nightmares and
Yeah, they were just
they just wanted to get high. Yeah.
they wanted to get high. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they just never grew up. You got to grow up.
Yeah. How do you feel about the fact that when you look back, the Vietnam War was kind of silly, but you want to support your country?
Yes.
When you look back at that, what do you think?
Just tough. I don't know how to change anything there, except the country itself didn't like the Vietnam War. It didn't like the people coming back. My brother-in-law, he died from Agent Orange, cancer.
Your brother-in-law.
My brother-in-law, yeah.
He comes back from Vietnam.
And he died 15 years later he was artillery. And he died from Agent Orange. Agent Orange is what they killed everything with.
Wow. All right, so you're back. You had the discotheque. And what's your next move after the discotheque?
I went to another bar that wasn't a disco. And then that was about after 4 years. I just moved on and got another job.
Which was?
Working for a guy working on signs.
That's where your mechanical
Right.
ability comes in hand.
And I just happened to work for him, I don't know, for 2 years, 3 years.
Yeah.
I bought the business. And that's when I started the sign company.
But back to your mechanical ability, you probably change your own oil, and if your car's got a problem, you don't
change
take
motor,
it
I
in,
race
you do
car-
everything.
I race cars. We demolition derbies and stuff like that.
Oh, you do that on the side?
I used to, when I was a kid, yeah.
What you did the enduros and everything too, right?
That was when I was in 16, 17, motorcycle enduros.
And going back to your cars too, your payment was $39.39. But what'd you do for a job? Tell them what you did to pay for your your street.
I worked at Steak and Shake. I was a Kirby. Okay.
You'd serve it right on the window with the
I was a curb
with the window.
hop, okay. How old are you?
62. I remember him.
Okay.
Yeah, Brentwood Boulevard used to have.
Yeah. I used to make. This is back in 1964. I lied about my age. And I made. Oh God, I did other things too. I forgot about that.
I was gonna pull them up. Yeah. Go ahead.
I sold. I made $12 to $15 a night at Steak and Shake. You work from 5 to 1. On the weekends, you work from 5 to 2. I make $20 to $30 a night on the weekends. And
That's pretty good money back then,
and
right?
you got $2 for food, okay? And when I was 16 years old, I had $900 in the bank. Now think about this in 1965, $900.
Okay, gotcha.
I bought a brand new motorcycle, okay? But I also worked as a pretzel boy at, remember Sears up on
Oh,
Grand?
Sears, yeah.
And the guy on the street with the little pretzel boy.
Yeah, I was a pretzel guy.
So you
That's
were
Sears.
just hustling like a.
We
Where'd
didn't have no money.
You went and picked the pretzels up, right? You had to go pick
No,
up
the
your stuff.
Frank-
Or how'd they work that for
The
you?
guy named Frank, he was Frank the pretzel guy. He drove a green Jeep. I can't remember what I had for lunch yesterday, but I remember him, basket of pretzels. There's 200 pretzels. I made $2 on a Friday night from 5 to 9. I made $6 from 9 to 5:30. You got to remember, stores closed early on Saturday nights, 5:30.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, the Sears didn't stay open. Places didn't stay open,
I
and
gotcha.
and Sundays they weren't open. Okay, so I made, and then on Sundays you sold pretzels in front of churches. Or papers.
Yeah.
Like on like when they're coming out of the service.
Yeah, St. John's. The paper guy was there. The pretzel guy was there.
And are you saving this money? I mean, obviously you bought the
Yeah.
motorcycle, but you're putting
Yeah.
a lot of it away. You're not wasting it.
No, I was wasting. I made a lot of money. I wasted a lot of money.
Speaking
Yeah.
of the paper guy, didn't you have a route even when you were a kid? Like,
Oh,
like
my
probably
dad.
the
Oh, I
first-
forgot about that. I had 35 papers I had to deliver. I made a penny and a half a piece. All right. The Globe Democrat. Not really.
In the morning,
Democrat,
yeah.
Okay.
Globe in the morning, Post in the afternoon.
All right. And at 35, I made, what did I make? Penny and a half of paper. Okay. So I made 50 cents a night. Okay. For 35 papers. My dad would sometimes take me in his car. Okay. But then collection. Some people, you had to hit on that door to get the 7 cents. A lot of people, going back, this is old Germantown, okay? This is the Ocean Grab Boys, Beagle Mill. Okay?
Yeah.
And then Thursday night you collected. And sometimes the people weren't home. Or they were home, they wouldn't enter their door because they didn't have the money to pay you.
They didn't have enough for 7 cents.
Or 50 cents for, see, a lot of
for
them
the
gave you
week.
50 cents for the week. They gave you a 15-cent tip.
Wow. What the paper cost a nickel? What did the
They
paper
charged me
cost?
5.5 cents a piece. We sold the paper. Papers are 7 cents.
Wow, what are they now? Like $1.25, and it's paper thin. Yeah. Oh, it's unbelievable. Do you read a paper now?
No,
Yeah.
I think the last time we looked
I
at
used-
paper was when we used to get the movies out of it.
Yeah.
I used
Okay.
to use paper. I used to read paper every morning.
So in the sign industry, which you're still doing, helping
Right.
out right now to this day, you've been in this business for how many years?
I think 40, 42.
And why has it been a kind of a fun job, and why have you liked it?
It's just a fun job. It's just it's something different every day. If you ask me what we're doing tomorrow, sign stuff. Don't know what we're doing tomorrow. You might have a big storm tonight. They have to go take care of damage tomorrow. You might get a call from Casey saying we're changing the radio station, and you can't tell anybody. But once you're there tomorrow morning, or your station, or whatever.
Yeah.
Brown Crouppen might call us up and say, "Hey, we're changing our branding, but you can't tell anybody. But you want it done by next week." We get a lot of stuff like that, bank exchanges, and just it's interesting. It's not boring.
So, Bob, how successful has the business been, and what type of what is your role? Were you a manager, owner? What'd you do?
I did it all. I worked there every day. Okay, I started with $7,000.
Did you start the company?
When I bought it from a guy. He had nothing, but I had $7,000, and the guy had nothing. I can show you pictures of what there was. But we built shop. We built, did a lot of.
You built the big shop,
Yeah.
paint shop, had additions on the office,
But it was-
trucks.
How many people do you have working for you? How many trucks? How big are you?
All right. I used to have 36 people working. Okay.
Wow.
But that didn't work out. The time of 9/11, just a lot of things happened. We're down to what? 10 people, 11 people,
Between 8 and 10.
3 trucks.
And it's still doing well.
Yeah, it's still.
We're still $1 million company
Yeah.
a year.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. All right. So, how do you meet your bride along the way? What's her role in all of this?
Which one?
Right.
How many total?
How many did you marry?
I really shouldn't say this. Actually, 3 brides, but 3 brides to it. One I didn't marry, but the first bride I met on the road, her car broke down. That was Patty.
And you being
Sandy, I met at the bar.
How'd you meet? I mean, I know you don't. How'd you meet Gail's mom?
It's Steak and Shake. So,
You were down in Kentucky though, right?
no, she's
You met her up here?
yeah, Steak and Shake.
Oh, did you spend time in Kentucky?
No,
No. Okay.
I'd go visit her family. I married her. I was
So-
a very short marriage.
Okay. Which of the women would you consider the love of your life?
All of them. No, I had a lot of fun.
And were you
I think Patty.
Patty? And how did you meet her? You met her at.
I met her in 1975. Broke down on the highway.
And you being a gentleman
I
and a
helped her
mechanic.
helped her out, and got her apart and blah blah blah. And the highway patrol was there. That guy probably ain't coming back. Well, I did come back, and then we dated, and I quit seeing her, and I saw her 12 years later. Just strange. Then we got married in 1995.
Wait a minute. You didn't see her for 12 years?
Yeah.
And all of a sudden you see her after 12 years, and then you
Yes.
got married.
Yes. No, we started going out again. I was in my 20s. I didn't see her until I was 30 again till, God, my 40s.
Wait, you went.
I had him when I was 37 with his mom, Sandy. You got to keep score.
Okay, this is.
My sister was born.
Your
God,
sister's
how-
50 years
How
old.
old were you?
I was 20.
Yeah, so my sister was born when he was 20. She's 50. I'm 36, maybe
37.
37. And then, yeah.
So we've established that you do like the ladies.
Yes.
And has that gone down at all? Or do you still love the ladies?
I still love them, but too old now.
What about fatherhood? You got your son here. Tell me about that. How much you enjoy this?
I enjoyed it. Well, see, the whole deal of it is that with my daughter, I didn't get to raise her because we separated, okay? Bob, I was 37 with him, and it was great, but I still wasn't with his mom either. But I picked him up every day to school, baseball, blah, blah. I loved it. All right. He's a new father right now, too, going on 3 years, and he's just a good dad. He's got a new baby girl.
Yeah, I bet those grandkids kind of melt your heart a little bit. Tell me about that.
Well, you see, my daughter didn't live here when she had the kids. Long story, but I brought her from Florida up to St. Louis to help her out. She had problems with her husband, but they're okay. They're good kids.
And then Bob's got a 3. You said
She'll be
gonna be
3 in
3.
October, yeah.
little girl.
Yeah.
What's her name?
Ruby.
Ruby.
So what does Ruby mean to you when you look at her?
Ruby's nuts. Ruby's gonna be him. She's she comes up to our shop and I race him every day long story. His mom worked for me, but we weren't together. Okay, we didn't live together. Okay, but he was at my shop every day. Me and we were like, well, regular,
Brothers and friends.
yeah.
Yeah.
And we're building a shop, and he's on machines and stuff. His daughter's gonna be the same way. She likes the shop. She come up to the shop now, and she tells her dad that let's go out and check on the guys working.
Yeah. So Bob, really, when you went into work with your dad every day as a kid, that must have been kind of cool, right?
Yeah, it was a different life, and I realized that as I got older and older. As a boy, especially, your friends are out tinkering with things, and you know how to chuck drills up and use your tools, and yeah, that started to become very clear what I was doing more than just playing up there. But yeah, the play was great. There was always people there. There was always something going on. I could always disappear if I really wanted to. He was so busy. Hell, as long as I wasn't screaming or something broken, they really didn't know where I was. So, I mean, it was a different life. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I'm trying to do the same a little bit with her too, I guess. And she has her little Jeep up there, and like he says, she just absolutely. She plays with our vinyl and everything. She likes watching the printers and the machines going and the routers, and she's like, I want to see this and let me check on that, and go look at the guys. And I mean, nothing scares her. The saws are going. She's just out there, just standing strong. She'll eat a little breakfast at the table, and it's neat. I feel like I see myself. I can see that I was that, at her age, and I have that little bit of memory when I was smaller. I can remember being up there. Those are probably my youngest memories. Are up at the shop. So, yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
And she likes him, and so that's always a good thing.
How about talent level? Obviously, you were really gifted. Is Bob has as much skill as you?
Almost as much.
You haven't taught him everything?
No, I gotta say he's smarter than me. I hate to say that, but this new electronic stuff, I'm the old neon guy. I'm still neon. We've been doing that for 40 years. Okay, people still come to us for neon. But electronics and stuff, Bob's good on this, and LED.
Well, when you came back, there were no computers. My goodness, you guys had light projectors projecting letters like that on a wall, and that's how the guys traced them out then, and then sawed them out, with the jigsaw, and that's how you made a letter. Now it's all on a computer with a CNC machine. It was what happened in a 20-year span in technology was almost uncanny, really. I mean, so many machines came out that did everybody's job, and you had to master. Even now there's 7 different programs just to run a shop, and that's not even including your office programs for your bookkeeping.
Yeah. All right, so how about activity level, other things you may do besides work and besides spending time with Bob and his daughter?
Boating. I own a marina.
You own your own marina?
I own my own marina.
And at the lake or what?
Water skiing at Merrimack. At the Merrimack.
Okay, yeah.
Right there, Gravelly's in 270, actually.
Yeah, I know.
I owned that for 15 years, whatever.
You wait a minute. Do you water ski to this day?
No.
No. Okay, but.
I own that one first when jet skis first came out. Okay, jet skis came out in '94.
When did you buy the marina? Can you remember?
I can't remember.
General years.
I can't.
When do you think?
So the marina is a side business for you, or?
Yeah.
I remember working there when I was probably like 11 or 12. I ran the gas docks, and everybody would pull up, and then I'd help them up there and put the gas in there.
Pontoon boats.
Check their money. We had a cash register.
Now, do you own all that equipment, or?
Yeah.
And so people come there and rent that stuff from you. So it's a really good side business for 6 months a year.
It was at that time. Then I got older, and things happened, and I just had to get rid of it.
Oh, so you've sold it?
Yeah, because my wife I was married to at the time says I have to spend more time with her.
We'd be down there all weekend. I mean, we leave Friday. I would come over to the house Friday night, and we would go down there Friday. We'd be down there Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah. How about now, when you're not working, what do you do that's kind of fun that you get something out of?
Well, hopefully go more boating.
Where's your boat now? Do you have
It says boat. At the Merrimack, at the marina.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. We got a nice 24-foot.
Tri-tune, yeah.
Tri-tune with a 200 horsepower motor on it.
All right. How about health right now? Look like you're in good shape.
I'm overweight. I'm 74, and I look at some people that I know, they're friends of mine. I'm saying, God, I'm in better shape than them. So I don't know. I'm in not good shape, not bad shape. I wake up every day.
But no, like,
were-
cancer things or something, anything really serious?
Our family always lives to 90, 95 years old.
Really? Like your dad and mom?
My dad had cancer. All right, that's probably from the war, from World War II. My mom lived to 94, 96. All my aunts and uncles, 90s.
Yeah. What do you want to, so if you got 20 years left, really, what do you want to do besides make sure the business goes well?
Stay alive enough for my granddaughter to take me out so I can spend money on her.
You want to spoil her?
Yep.
Yeah. That's a noble thought.
Yeah.
That's good. All right, where are you faith-wise? You a believer, or tell me about that?
I'm a believer. Yeah. I don't go to church.
But you believe that
Yes.
there is a God.
Yes.
Yeah.
I believe in ghosts too.
What do you mean?
There are ghosts.
Like you have a good story?
No, they are.
There's a hotel in Milwaukee where the Cardinals
they
stay.
visit me. I have my best friend and my ex-wife, my wife, visit me, and it's so real. At nighttime, it's so real.
Wait a minute, you're in bed and
I'm dreaming of. I'm seeing visions of my best friend and Patty, and they're talking to me, and we're doing things. So.
and then you wake up
Yeah.
later and you think,
But you think that really happened. And that's just happened in the last 3 years.
oh, so you get a lot of them.
I tell him when I get them. I get them once every 2 months or so, 3 months.
And they're real.
Oh, God. It's crazy.
Was this an ex-wife that you may have liked?
Oh, yeah.
This was
And my
Patty.
best friend, Bill. Yeah.
It was Patty. Patty passed away. Yeah.
And my best friend, Bill. Yeah.
And Patty, she passed away.
Yes.
And how old was she? And were you actually married at the time, or?
Yeah. No, I can't remember that. I think we divorced at that time. We got married and divorced twice, or once.
Wait a minute, you did remarry her?
I didn't marry her again. I just married her one time. I married her twice. No, we were divorced. I take it back.
But you did remarry?
I married her one time.
Okay, just once.
And then long story, but she got sick. And her kids, she had other kids, and they just took from her. They just took all her money. And they were druggies, and it was sad. And I couldn't live with that. So she loved her life. To the day she died, they kept taking from her. That's
Wow.
it. The day she died.
Huh. So you're blessed to have a kind of a
Yes.
cool relationship with your kids.
Yes.
Now tell me about your other child.
Gail, my daughter Gail, she's where does she live? Where else she live?
Bonterre? Yeah,
Bonterre.
Yeah.
She's doing really well. She's doing better than she's ever had. She got out of the city. Got rid of all the kids. Her and her husband they got like it's a trailer, but it's not really a trailer. It's a nice house. And they got her mother living not that far away, and she's having a garden, and she's doing great. She's retired at 53 or 54 years old.
How did she retire so young?
Yeah.
You don't want to know. Indian money.
I don't understand.
Okay.
You want to explain? You want me to real quick?
Okay.
Her husband, he is full-blooded American, half-blooded American Indian. His tribe really does own a casino on tribal land. They do get a paycheck, so it's enough money to support them as a family, has been for quite some time, and it's been very good to them. It's taking care of them, their kids, that pays for their kids to, my niece and nephews to go to college, tuition money, the whole 9 yards, yeah. I mean,
minimum of $3,000 a month.
Yeah.
Minimum.
Takes
clear.
care of them even too.
All health insurance paid.
Takes care of the kids, yeah. They
The
get,
kid-
That's the check they get from the casino every month. And they don't have to work.
From the
nope, taxes
Tribe.
paid and everything, yeah, from the tribe. Yeah, from the casino, but yeah. Yeah, and if you live if you even go down there and live on tribal land, you get even more money.
the kids get $6,000-$7,000 a month.
The kids get 6 to 7?
$6,000 to $7,000 a month.
So you don't really have to help them out financially. They're just fine.
No. And it's been a good thing and bad thing for them. You know, they're in their mid-20s, and we're not going to get into that.
The kids?
It hasn't instilled any work ethic. If you
Oh,
think if
little
you were given
spoiled.
money from the time you were 18,
Yeah.
that why would you go get
Yeah.
a job almost? So
Speaking of which, what would your mom and dad, what did they do for their job, and what did you learn from them?
My mom was a housemaker. She's from the late 40s and 50s.
So women
And
did.
mom stayed home, took care of 3 kids.
your mom married your dad when he was going to war, right? Like right before he enlisted right away.
I can't remember that. He was in the war.
They were married while he was gone, though,
I
right?
can't remember
Because he
that.
sent his checks home to mom.
Oh, yeah, I guess, yeah.
Yeah. So your mom was like a perfect, like, Leave It to
Yeah.
Beaver.
Yeah.
Barbara
And Dad was a
Billingsley.
carpenter, a carpet layer.
Oh, was
And
he in the
taught me
union?
he taught me to trade. I decided that's not the thing for me to do. Hard on your knees, hard on your hands.
Yeah.
But I worked with him all the time.
And he
through high
died
school.
relatively early because of cancer?
75.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the rest of the family always,
What did your dad, so he lived long enough, your dad, to see you become a success?
Yeah, my dad came to work for me the last 10 years of his life. He came to work every day at 7:30.
Why did he do that?
Huh?
Why did he have to come to work for you?
Why did he?
remember? Because he was.
Oh.
What do you do now?
he started when he got retired. He started watching TV. Okay, 10 o'clock, going to bed. Then I stay up till 11. Then I got later, till 12, 1, 2, 3, sleeping all day. Grandma said, no, you're not doing this. You're not doing this. So he asked me for a job, and he started working for me at worked 4 hours a day, 7:30, 11:30. He had his first beer about 8:30. Drank 4 beers with him in the morning, and cereal, and bananas. And then at that time, what's 1985, okay, he was on Social Security. The most he could make was $200 a week. So I paid him $200 a week. That way, when it affects Social Security.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
And then he was good up to his last 6 months of life, but then he died. Yeah.
So let me ask you, what's it like having that dream and buying that company, I think you said $7,000?
I started with $7,000.
Yeah. What's it like to see that growth and all of a sudden you got 36 employees and the money's dramatically better? That must have been a cool ride.
No, that wasn't that great of a ride because I didn't have no relatives. I didn't have no family members. You got to depend on people. And with 36 people, it's tough. With no Bob Jr. or no...
So they steal you blind or no?
Then you lost control. And see, 4 or 5 trucks going out, boom, 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 boom. And men are different now than they were then. They took a lot of breaks. Back in the day, people they took a lot of breaks. Lunch was an hour long. You drank beer at lunchtime.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if you remember this old restaurant on Grand Avenue called Kemal's.
Oh yeah.
So that was my family's place, and every guy would come in there.
I think I took the sign down about
You did?
15 years ago. Yeah.
Like at the one on Grand?
Yeah, big. Yeah,
I bet you did.
Yeah.
Yeah. But did people come in that have 3 Manhattans for lunch?
Oh,
Nobody
yeah.
drinks at lunch now.
Yeah, you can't do it.
Yeah, because everybody, I'm not sure why, but. Speaking of that, food-wise, so you grew up in an area, well, in a time period where there were like great restaurants. What would be a place that you would take one of your lady friends back in the old days out to dinner?
Sam's Steakhouse.
Sam's.
Yeah,
Still around today.
Yeah, or Yacovelli's.
Yacovelli's, yeah. Oh my gosh. What else?
Yacovelli's at Big Ben and Adams Mark,
Yeah.
downtown.
How about restaurants you may have put signs up?
Got all of them.
Well, give me a couple of.
I don't know which one's back of that. I mean,
Del Pietro's, Tony's.
Del Pietro's I took down.
Al Baker's.
I worked at Al Baker's.
Wait a minute, you worked at Al Baker's as a waiter?
I forgot to tell you, I worked for a coffee company. I forgot something.
Bring that up.
Roses?
Yeah,
Yeah, Rose's Coffee Company, yeah.
Charlottesville?
Yeah, you know Charlotte?
Tom?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. He used
Is
to
he
sell the
still
key
alive?
malls. I think he is. He is. Yeah, he is.
Drinking over at Charcoal House on Manchester.
Boy, you got a good memory. Charcoal House. Wow. That's
Or
when you,
Coal, yeah, Charcoal, yeah.
yeah, they got the two Greek guys own it
Oh,
now.
yeah,
Yeah.
I know.
It's like when you walk in, you feel like you're walking in 1965.
I know.
Yeah. So
I used to work for the coffee company. I used to work.
you dealt with all these restaurants?
Oh God, I worked.
Roses was like one of the hottest
Well,
places.
I worked on their equipment.
Okay.
You roasted coffee too, right?
I roasted coffee for 7 years too. Yeah.
Now,
Back in the
were you in?
early 70s?
Now, so you weren't really dealing specifically with restaurants, or you were? Because when the coffee machine
All
would
the
go down?
restaurants, yeah, I was working out, putting this equipment in, and Adams Mark Hotel, all the. God.
Did you drop the coffee off to him too?
No, I didn't.
So you just had to roast it.
I roasted coffee, and I installed equipment.
Al's maybe, or
L. Baker's.
and then Al's on
and
the
Stan
riverfront.
Musial
Oh,
and
Stan Musial
Biggie's.
Biggie's?
Yeah, in Oakland, yeah. That was a nice place there. Yeah.
It was good, and he was actually there a lot. Did you ever
yeah.
get to meet him?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
My Joe bought Mutual's house in Sunset Hill. And
Joe?
Joe Charleville. Did you know Joe Charleville?
I didn't know Joe. I just knew Tom.
As his dad.
Okay. He bought Stan Musial's house
Yeah, back
when he
in-
died, or no?
No, before that.
Oh, okay. Then Musial bought it.
Right.
From
no,
him.
Charleville bought it. Joe Charleville bought Stan Mutual's house in St. Louis Hills.
Oh, okay. Because Stan moved to Ladue. Yeah.
Right. That's
Yeah.
back. That's early 70s. My dad, the really funny story. My dad put the carpeting in for Stan Musial.
At his house.
Yeah, it was back in the 60s, I guess.
And I bet your dad said he was a really nice guy.
I won't tell you what my dad said because he had a poodle.
Stan had a poodle?
Yeah, and a poodle wasn't a good thing.
Oh, God. Yeah. Poodles are rough.
Huh?
All right. So, since we talked to Stan here, and my profession is sports, what about your love of sports? Were you a Cardinal fan growing up?
Yeah, Dan Deerdorf, Conrad,
Dobler?
Dobler. I met them at Phil's Barbecue. I was a Cardinal fan. Yeah, we had bleacher seats. We had 15 seats or 16 seats every Sunday.
Oh, wow. You take the whole business or what?
No, this is back when this is back in the 70s. Yeah, 70s. We
At
all
the
had,
old Busch Stadium.
yeah,
Held the weather well.
Yeah.
Held the heat well, I should say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, we just all people we bummed. We all had tickets. Okay.
So your favorite player was Gibson, Brock. Who was it?
All of them.
Ozzie.
Yeah. Ken Boyer.
Okay, go back to '64 in the World
Yeah.
Championship. Did you ever go to a World Series game?
1982.
Game 7?
Yeah. Bleacher seats, 2 seats from the top, from the very top.
Wow.
Okay. That's the only seats we could get.
So you saw
Me and Al
Bruce?
Sharp.
Oh no shit, really?
Yeah.
I
So
about died climbing up there.
And you also did our Cardinal football team too back in the day, right?
Did you go to Big Red games at Busch Stadium?
Oh, yeah, that's all I was doing. Yeah, Big Red games. Yeah. You remember the disappointing game? I don't remember a lot of games. Thanksgiving Day.
Oh,
tie.
yeah. When they got killed by the
Tie. It was a tie.
Oh, the tie. Okay, yes.
year
We
was
missed
that?
the field goals.
No, it was a tie. Nobody won. It was a tie game.
That doesn't happen very often.
That's the Cardinals. That happened to the
Yeah.
Cardinals, though.
Yeah, but you did get to see a really cool era when Coryell came here with Jim
yeah.
Hart and Mel Gray and Metcalf.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's good. What about Blues hockey?
I'm not a hockey guy.
No. Okay. And then were you old enough to ever see the Hawks play basketball?
I had a crystal radio in my room. You know what a crystal radio was, right?
A little transistor?
No batteries. This is in the 50s, okay?
Okay, I don't know what this is.
Crystal, you can still buy them. Crystal radio, and you solder this shit together, and you put it out to the ground, and it'll actually pull the airwave from the air.
Really?
Google crystal
No, I
radio.
get it. Just using by actually electronic.
And you could buy one right now online?
I'd probably bet. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, let me ask you, you weren't
It's no power.
Yeah.
It takes the ground God, I'm going back a lot of years. Magnetic, but then you had a little dial.
Radio kit.
Huh?
I'll be damned.
Yeah. All right. What about?
I used to listen to the Hawks at nighttime.
Yeah.
Because back then,
Buddy Blattner was the broadcaster.
you had to go to bed at 7:30 every night.
Yeah.
Back in the 50s, you couldn't stay up till 8:39.
Now,
in school.
did you grow up listening to like Jack Buck and Harry Carey on the radio once?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Grandma listened to everything on the radio.
Yeah,
And
well,
Grandma,
Dad,
his
my
mom was.
My mom was a fantastic
And
Cardinal.
glued to KMOX probably.
Yes,
Jack
yes,
Carney was a
yes,
big fan.
yes.
Yeah. Now, did you ever do any advertising with your company on radio?
I did it for Casey. I did it in Casey. I did it on TV on Casey back in 19. God.
Was it J.C. Corcoran or was
Yeah,
it?
JC. We did. I sold neon signs. I think it was Casey, Channel 11.
Was it the tower building downtown that we used to work on Grand?
And we made all the signs out for Casey down there, on the tower at Market. And
Yeah.
The old building, yeah. It was Sergeant
So
Care
that
now.
was Real Rock Radio. I think.
yeah, Real Rock Radio. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was, there's KC, there's 102, there's three stations out of that tower because each side of the tower had a different.
But we advertised on TV. Yeah, we sold a neon Christmas tree for $99.99.
That's right.
Okay, with a base, and we sold, God, hundreds of them. It was crazy. It was just a come on, because you could sell other pieces of neon for the base.
Yeah.
But
So how about financially? What have you like? You've been conservative in your investing, like buying mutual funds, or you buy property. What have you done?
I spend more money than I make. No, you can't take it with you. And
What do you spend it on that could be fun besides
Yeah.
boats and everything? But
Yeah.
anything else fun?
What you were doing, I mean, literally up to like maybe 5 years ago, you were buying boats and jet skis and refurbing them and
Yeah.
selling them at the shop. I mean, we
I
used to
just
joke
like
it
to
was Big
hustle.
Bob's repair shop. He would buy. I mean, you bought trailers full of lawn equipment before, sold them, made 2 times as much money. You just made $9,000 off selling a semi. I mean, you still get on Facebook is a dangerous thing when a person's ready to buy something.
Yeah. So are you a car guy? Have you ever been a car guy? What's the coolest car you've ever owned?
I've got it right now, and I got to work on it. It's a 1953 GMC 5-window.
GMC 5 window.
Pickup truck.
What's it worth now, roughly?
25, maybe 20, 25.
Is
But
it, what color?
it's red, and my problem is I got a bad back. I can't finish it, and that's one of the problems I
Okay.
have with it.
How about like coolest car you ever had as an everyday car?
69 Corvette convertible.
Stingray or? No.
Yeah, Corvette Stingray, 1969.
Well,
I
that's-
had it in 1960. I had it in 1972.
What color?
White, black top, black interior.
And your buddy had a matching one, right? Didn't you
He
guys?
had an orange one. Back in the day when the discotheques, we all had Corvettes too. All my buddies had Corvettes.
So you were quite the man around town, owning a discotheque and driving a Corvette.
That was back in the 70s, so you
Yeah.
gotta remember that.
Yeah.
Everybody had Corvettes, Camaros, vans. I had a van and a Corvette.
And you and your friends, you guys had a big caravan, right? You would take around, or was that during the disco time or not?
That was Don Beneke. That was just a big van.
Yeah. Got to ask you, have you seen the new Corvette?
Yes.
Those are unbelievable.
Yeah, they are unbelievable fast, too.
Yeah, like a third of the price of like a Lamborghini, and
Yeah.
they look as good as one, and
Yes.
probably drive better.
Yes, they sound so nice, too.
Yeah. All right. What about activity-wise? Did you ever like get into softball, golf,
Oh, yeah,
tennis?
Nailed it.
we played softball. We had a team for up to 19,
Plastilite had a team, right?
I'm 45, up to till I was 45 years old, yeah. We
Yeah,
played
won a
every
couple
Friday
years.
night, yeah.
You
At
guys
Forest Park or no?
JB.
Okay. Yeah.
Beer league,
Yeah. What position did you play? Were
I
you
was
any
catcher.
good? Catcher.
catcher, yeah.
Could you hit a little, or
I hit all the time. They called me the poker.
you
I
just?
just poke it over the head. I went along. I wasn't
You're a power hitter. Or you loop it over the shortstop's head.
just snoop it over her head. Poke it over her head. Left field, right field, whatever. Just whoop.
This was not co-ed. This was.
No.
I never got into the co-ed stuff.
No, we had this men's team. But it was fun. It was a fun league.
Yeah, I remember being up there with all the other kids, and
Yeah,
my
well, we had
goodness.
all the kids
There'd
up
be
there.
guys up there. The trucks would literally show up. Crane trucks. Guys just hop out.
That's when I had 36 people working for me.
Wow. And then you said the back issue. You doing PT at all? Or are you trying to get it better?
No, I hurt my back in 1971, and it's never been right ever since.
And you've
And
been to doctors?
I get, they burn the nerves, but it don't last very long.
How about the cortisone? You ever tried that to just relieve it for a while?
You've had cortisone shots.
Yeah,
before,
but
That
you know,
works
same-
for a while,
Yeah, I know.
but then it
But
just kind of,
at the point, you know, it's
yeah. You don't feel like you've been, I don't feel like you've been cheated out of life at all.
oh no, never.
You've really,
No, I've really enjoyed myself.
You nailed your generations, right? You were 10 at the beginning of the 60s, 20 at the beginning of the
No.
70s, 30 at the beginning of the 80s. I mean,
yeah.
wasn't
No,
too bad
I've
of a way
enjoyed
to
it.
hit it out.
I mean, God.
What would be one thing you still want to do that you haven't done?
You used to tell me you want to go to Australia.
Well,
I'm sorry. I
Australia,
jumped. I'm
yeah.
sorry.
Now Rachel Ward's
that-
pretty old. I want you to
and,
know.
And the wall. The
Vietnam Wall.
no, not Vietnam Wall.
The Berlin Wall?
The New York
Oh,
Oh.
you want to see the
Twin Towers.
the yeah,
Why
the
is that
depressions.
important to you?
It was. Just was.
Elaborate.
Uh,
You like
it changed the country a lot.
Didn't mean the display of patriotism afterwards.
Yes.
Yeah, which we desperately needed.
Yeah.
I can still remember George Bush at that first
Oh.
pitch at Yankee Stadium, the
Yeah.
Jack Buck poem,
Yeah.
the way it united us. What about the country now? They're burning American
We don't
flags
wanna-
yesterday.
You don't want to get there.
Okay,
You know.
we'll stay out of that. Well, let me ask you this. Even though you've lived this incredible life, what would be one thing, just one thing, if you had to do it all over again, you may do it differently now? What would be one thing? Because we all, man, that's unbelievable. At 74, not one regret.
No, not a bit. I've had fun, at hard times, good times. No. I have friends of mine that I told them to do this, do that. You know, like we have a thing about Social Security. I'm losing a lot of friends. Okay, I'm 74, and all my friends, we talk about Social Security. And I took my Social Security at 62 for the hell of it. Because I said, I know so many people that they wait till 67, 68, and then they die before they get to Social Security. So one of the things that I tell people as far as making decisions, you know, get your Social Security and live it all, spend it.
Now,
Don't. I mean, the kids got enough.
You always told me when I was young, when we were a little younger, you always said it's just money. We always make more.
Yeah, make more. Yeah.
it's
That's
just
what
money. We always make more.
That's
So we
Joe,
can always make more. That's what you always told me. Yeah.
Yeah. Let me ask you, if a guy like says, okay, I'm going to wait till I'm 67, and then he dies, does his wife get that?
No, it's gone.
Really? Yeah, there's some merit in that. Because if you were to wait it, the monthly payments would be more. But if you live a long time,
I took mine at 62. I'm 74 now. Do the math, you know.
12 years of getting paid.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's good.
that's the only thing I would tell my, you know. And as far as I know, there's people that they have money, they don't use it. You know, not here, you know.
So if you see something you see online, you buy it that you like.
Well, I mean, if you got not something stupid, you know.
Yeah.
But you know, people saving money, you know, life's short. You know.
You remember?
How old are you?
62.
62. There you
You
go.
can probably remember Jim Rivers that passed away from
Oh, yeah.
our vinyl guy.
Yeah.
Penny pinched every nickel and dime, bought that really nice four-wheeler, then decided he was going to return it, and the man passed away in his early 40s.
Yeah.
You know, and had a bunch of money, always saving.
Let me ask you this. Let's just say you do live like your mom. You live to your 94.
All right.
On that day of your funeral, not to get morbid here, what would you want your son to say about you, about your life?
He had a good run. That's all. He had a good run.
What you said right there, probably had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
You're a good man, and
Yeah.
you missed dearly.
That's awesome. I think we're good. Bob Stephens, great to get to know you. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Nice.